Hello.
Yo, you already know the tingo. We have it covered like insurance policies. You follow me? This is Chantman, and we're here at Happy FM.
Where we are, DJ. Where we are. I say he's got us covered like an insurance policy.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a dope punchline. Welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Midasi.
Now who can you now? Small.
Just small. It's very small.
That's okay. That's okay. Welcome to the studios of Happy 98.9 FM.
Thank you so much.
So far so good. How has Ghana been? Have you been enjoying, the flow in Ghana?
I love it. I don't want to leave.
You don't want to leave?
Yeah, I don't want to leave. No.
Hey.
Yeah, because being a Caribbean boy, it's like Ghana is like just a bigger version with different languages and a lot different foods and the culture, the people, the energy. I just love it here. Yeah.
That's nice to know. Hey, he's loving the vibe in Ghana. He doesn't even want to leave.
Yeah, for
real. A lot of Ghanaians also wants to escape. You're loving it here.
Yeah, I love it. I That's really nice. Do. I guess a lot of what I've been searching for as Caribbean people, we've been stolen from the continent. And coming back, besides looking at, all the things that most would complain about, I more have like a solution mindset. So it's like with the opportunity that I have, how can I help? So that's how me and my manager kind of move. We try to figure out, with the success that we're chasing, how we'll be able to make it easy for some other people as well, not
giving
just
back
ourselves.
To the society.
Yeah.
So let's come down to your name, Chantman. Yeah. Is that your biological name or is just a stage name?
It's the stage name. I used to be Jackman before.
Oh wow, Jackman.
Yeah, but Chantman is more meaningful. It's really a conscious, humble mentality, awakening new thought. That's the meaning behind Chantman.
I see.
Try to use my music for the upliftment of the people. Yeah.
So can you tell us your real name?
My real name for now is Chantman.
Right, let's stick to the
Emmanuel,
Chantman.
You just call me Emmanuel is what I go by. It's my middle name. But when I'm not at home, anywhere I go, it's Chantman. Yeah, the Chantman, yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music. First time I went on stage was 1999.
1999?
Yeah, but then I started taking it seriously in 2005.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so many years now.
So many years, like about 17, 18 years. But in the past 2 years, I was able to go to music school and complete a sound engineer degree to produce, write, record, all that stuff. So I went to music school, completed in 2021. And ever since, I've been making my own music, releasing it, writing it, recording it, engineering it, releasing it all on my own. And now I have help here in Ghana, Mr. Leon Networks. So that's how we roll.
So initially you used to do everything all by yourself?
Yeah.
From writing the song, producing the song, recording everything all by yourself?
As far as the production of my music, I pretty much do everything alone. Where I take help from Mr. Leon is like after the product is done, how do we get it to the people? Hence the reason why I'm here in Ghana.
That's nice to know.
Yeah.
So when we say Chantman, can you tell your listeners right now who Chantman is? How will you describe yourself?
Chantman, over the years, is an Afro-Caribbean artist. So my focus is returning all the lost things that I've lost through the transatlantic slave trade. I'll come back, visit, and incorporate it in the sound, incorporate it in the lifestyle, in the visuals. As you can see, my jewelry and all that stuff. So that's Chantman is really an Afro-Caribbean artist.
That's nice to know.
That's the lane I'm occupying right now.
Afro-Caribbean artist. Who is showing Africa to the whole world.
Oh, yeah.
Because we can see African in you, from your necklace to your wrist beads to your rings, everything.
Yeah, everything. I'm very proud of it. It's something that I take a lot of pride in. I've always wanted the moment to revisit, like to come, because I feel like with the transatlantic slave trade, I think the thing that was on the forefront of the ancestors' mind was coming back after they realized that they were captured and brought into a foreign land. I know that their cry was, please, one day I want to come back. So now they are back through me.
Through you. That's nice to know. The ancestors are working through you now.
Yeah.
So there are lots of African countries. Why did you choose Ghana?
2018, I had a song that I released and I did a targeted ad. I chose Ghana as one of my places to target. And through that, I met Mr. Leon. So he kind of like commented on the post that I targeted to Ghana. And we developed some sort of a friendship from there. He told me about a project that he was doing called Fun with the Kids. That's in a town, Elubo. You know Elubo?
Elubo, yeah.
Yeah. So he was doing this thing with the kids where he was trying to give them opportunities to get on stage and also give them some, small materials for school like books, pens. And so at that time, I decided, you know what? One day we will do it. Fast forward, COVID happened. Right after COVID, I was like, you know what? After this shutdown, everything I put on pause, I'm going to just go full-fledged and just get it done. So reconnected with him, and we decided to do Chantman, Fun with the Kids. And that was in June of 2022. So I flew down. We went to Elubo. We organized the event with some people on grounds. We were able to pull like thousands of kids. We had like 10 schools involved.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how I got to Ghana, through him. But also, before I came, I happened to do some more research as far as my lineage of where I come from in Africa.
So you can trace your route back to Ghana.
So I did that. On my mom's side, it took me to Ghana. And on my daddy's side, it takes me to Guinea-Bissau.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's it.
That's a nice combination, though. Nice one there.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to make sure that I get acclimated with the culture and, be more open to the stuff that I just don't know, because I was born in the islands, so a lot of the stuff I don't know, like the language, and specifically the language.
That's understandable.
Yeah, majority of the other things is kind of like similar, but the food here is next level.
Really?
Yeah.
You love Ghanaian dishes?
Oh, yeah.
Which one, to be precise, is your favorite?
My favorite, top.
Top.
Ampesie,
Oh.
kuntumri stew,
Oh.
with yam, Kobe,
Hey.
and Pierre.
Hey. I
I like that. That one, and I love Ataji milk.
Ataji milk.
Yeah, that one. That combo there.
You have a nice taste. You love sweet things. Ataji milk's only one is very nice.
Yeah,
so,
I like that one, and I like the Atoko cocoa too. For breakfast,
cocoa
with both fruit.
Hey, no, be about Juliana. You say when you understand. I'm impressed. That's really nice to know.
But I also like acheke with tilapia.
Wow.
I like eto. I've had eto.
This one
Fanti.
Ghanaian we lost some time ago, because look at the way you are tracing the local foods.
Yeah. I like
Deep down.
the Fanti kenke.
Fanti kenke.
Yeah, with sardine and pepper and egg. I like, just name it, man. I like it all.
Yeah.
I like banku with tilapia too.
Hey, you like basically every Ghanaian dish because you've named it all.
Yeah, kokontie with groundnut soup and chicken and goat. I mean, just name it. I love it. I could eat that stuff every day. That's one of the things I told my partner Leon. When I come to Ghana, I don't want to see anything that's not Ghanaian. Yeah, so I guess and then I like the fufu with the light soup too. I like that one.
Dope.
But I prefer the kokontie because it makes me less sleepy.
So we can name him Odiabetia the First. That's a nice title for you. So let's move away from the food. Let's get back to the music.
Yeah.
What is your perception about the Ghanaian music industry?
I think it's like on the forefront of the music industry in the world. And the reason why I say that, I've seen, just monitoring the scene, because as a music student, what we have to do, we have to kind of like look at different markets, thriving markets, and kind of figure out what's unique about it. What I found unique about Ghana music industry is that majority of all the big names came here to kind of pop. So I thought that was kind of magical.
Wow.
And besides that, I'm still seeing it going on today. Like the new artists, they come here, they link up with the promoters and then they get on a few shows. And it just feels like once the Ghanaians embrace you, it sends the signal through the rest of the continent, like this guy is good enough to be, supported. So that's what I see so far. I see a lot of creativity. And then doing a little bit more research, I realized that High Life came from here.
Right.
Which kind of like snowballed into the Afrobeats and Zontos. So I just think that even if they might not have like the chart toppers like all through the year, you still have people coming from here doing like the top of the top. And also one thing I've also noticed too, that a lot of the producers that produce for the other names like through the continent, a lot of them come from Ghana and have Ghanaian roots.
Right.
So the soul of the music, really, I think it dwells here.
Ghanaians are talented. Baby, benya Ghanaian. Oko antate kakura ubenya Ghanaian wo ho, and that's what he's saying. He loves the fact that Ghana has a lot of talent. You hear Ghanaian names here and there doing big things in the music industry. Let's talk about music in your country. How is it like?
I think it's very similar to Afrobeats as far as rhythm is concerned. The pulse is a little bit different, the signatures are slightly different because I think even if slavery happened, we still held on to some of the culture. What happened also, though, was the major influence from the West is kind of involved over there a little bit more so than here in Africa. But the music scene is very vibrant. Right now, more than ever, I'm seeing more collaborations happening with Caribbean artists, and African artists, and also other parts of the world as well. So I think we're in a great space. And then, of course, now you have the Chantman on the scene who will just like kind of help show the rest of the Caribbean that it's really okay to come back to Africa.
Thank you for that one. Talking about collaborations, you've collaborated with Kofi Kenyatta and Sarkodie. What are some of the qualities you saw in them that you decided to have a collaboration with them?
I'm still waiting on it to materialize.
Okay.
Yeah, those are just some of those are just some of the ones that. But Stonebwoy is high on my list, like Stonebwoy and Kofi Kenyatta, and the qualities that I really like about them. Let's start with Stonebwoy because this trip I really kind of like wanted so bad to meet him and get on the show. I was able through my management, I was able to get on the BIM concert. So I performed as one of the opening acts.
Okay.
So his stage performance, my God.
Mad fire.
Mad fire. Like with that band, it was just like undeniable. And Kofi Kenyatta, for me, his melodies are just undeniable because I don't speak Twi. But when I hear his melodies, it's almost like my soul understands. So I just jam to it like I know, and then I'll hum along to what I can understand. So those two, and then with Sarkodie, I just love the fact that he did rap, but he did it in his native dialect and brought it to the world, and everybody has embraced it. And now you have more people trying to learn the language as a result because he made it cool.
That's nice.
Yeah, and then with Stonebwoy, he embraced Caribbean culture through reggae and dancehall, and because of him, a lot more Africans were exposed to the music as well in the Caribbean. So yeah, those three top ones, them there. Yeah,
that's really nice to hear. You don't have to try to be like someone. You can fly in your own native language, and that's the beauty of music.
For sure.
You don't necessarily have to understand the language, but you can vibe with it.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Talking about your music, how do you see your works in Ghana and the whole African years to come?
In years to come, I think as long as I keep eating the food, it will be reflected in the sound. And I think the sound right now, I'm definitely studying a lot more of the old stuff, like the 70s, high life, even going back to the 60s, just to really understand where it all comes from. So when I create what I create, it will have hints. So subconsciously people will kind of attach themselves to it, not knowing why. But I guess I'm telling you why now. It will be because of the research that I'm doing and all the old sounds, and particularly all the authentic African sounds like Efichwa. What's the other one? The Kushka. So I'm watching and I'm learning. And yeah, I went to Tadi for Ankos. So I was inside the brass band.
The ritual and
Yeah.
the other African tools.
Tools.
You want to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big part of my production moving forward.
We look forward to it. So you were in Ghana during the festive season.
Yes.
How was it like?
It was magical. I was just really happy to see so many people happy in like communal spaces. Because you always see as a Caribbean boy growing up, the images that I got of Africa were not what I saw. It was poverty, it was all this other stuff, which it exists everywhere.
Right.
So in my mind, it was kind of like, I was really excited to see if what my perception of Africa was actually what it is on grounds. But it's a lot more beautiful than I expected. It's really amazing here. And during the festive season, the sheer happiness that was on everyone's face, even the street hustlers, like the people with the stuff on their heads and stuff like that, they're very pleasant. And they say thank you. And, even if it's a little annoying that they hold up the traffic a little bit when the light turns green, it's still gracious and it's still very pleasant. And I see a lot more of the positives. The stuff that are problems, I see the solution side to it. And I think as a community, we can fix those. But as far as Ghana on a whole, it's one of the most beautiful places I've been. And I have not been to the river yet. I think we're planning to do that this week. Hopefully,
you should.
Time allows us to do so. But I've been to multiple beaches. I've been to Africa Beach. I've been to Labadi and some other ones that I can't really remember the name right now. But it's very beautiful. It's a lot more developed than I expected. It's like everything you see in the West, you'll find it here, even if it's on a smaller scale. But one of the things I do want to tell people, like, if you're trying to come here, is like, don't have the expectations of the West.
Okay.
When you come here, just embrace Africa for what it is and play your part in making it better. That's it.
Cool. Yeah. Let's talk about the language a little bit. You've named most of our food.
Yeah.
But the foods aside, you also said medasi, which is thank you.
Yeah.
So aside medasi and our foods, is there any other thing you can say in Chi?
Like etesen.
Oh, etesen.
Mehoye. I know that one. I know. I don't want to use that other one. There's some other ones. I know, but it's not appropriate to go into that here.
If you want to learn the language of a place, you have to learn the inappropriate ones first. That's how you can get to, dive in the appropriate ones.
Right.
After all, I know one you used to walk on who they be.
Yeah. I know BBI fine.
BBI fine.
There's a couple things I know, but like now that I'm on the spot, my brain is kind of like fogging up a little bit.
I understand. 2023 is a new year. What are your plans for the new year?
My plans is to spend a lot more time in Africa. That's like on the top of my list.
Wow.
Like there's something magical that happens when I come here. It's like I get inspired like every day. Like I wake up and like a song would just come from nowhere. So I've made like 5 new songs since I've been here. I produce them, record them right in my flat at the Airbnb. The food, it does not make me feel like sleepy and like drowsy and stuff like that. It makes me feel like
it welcomes you.
Yeah.
That's nice to know.
So that and the sounds, the hustle, and then seeing how everyone is like on the hustle, it makes me want to go harder. Sometimes you go to back home where I live in Texas, you get comfortable, but here is like the reminder that, go harder because part of my reason is like there's so many people that need help, right? And the ones that are in more fortunate situations are really the ones God is looking at to do his work. Right? So I feel like spending more time on the continent is like one of my biggest things. Releasing a lot more music for the fans that I'm developing right now. And definitely learning tree. Definitely.
That shouldn't be difficult. With you eating our food and, getting comfortable, it will come.
Yeah,
It will come with
definitely.
time.
I want to definitely learn tree. I want to learn some fancy too.
Oh, the fancy princess is here, comfy princess. She will teach you fancy and I'll teach you tree.
Yes, I'll really be appreciative of that. I have someone trying to teach me some Ghana. But like with all these different languages that I'm learning now, I just need time for it to be absorbed and become part of me.
Exactly.
Because one of the things I want to make sure that I do is put it in the music. And that I think will help attract more Caribbean people to want to do the same thing. Because if we come back to speaking our own language, eating our own foods, wearing local designers versus foreign designers.
Marrying our own women.
Yeah, marrying our own women as well and making, a lot of kids so they can keep the culture going, moving forward. And, using our expertise, whatever we learn in the West, to kind of develop the industries here. So that's really the focus.
Dope.
And the NGO, we definitely want to continue on with that. This year, we want to do the Chantman Fun with the kids in Accra, hopefully, and then invite some of the winners from Elubo to come down and participate as well, so they can have some sort of like, oh, I went to Accra to perform, and just more inspiring stuff like that. Yeah.
It boosts them.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this question. I want you to name 5 Ghanaian musicians.
5.
5. Just give me 5.
Okay. Stone Boy. Kofi Kenyatta.
Sarkodie.
Walasi.
Walasi.
I love that one. And Reggie
Rockstone, you've redeemed yourself.
Hey, I had to be prepared.
So, with these 5 artists, which particular one would you love to have a banger with, aside Kofi Kinata and Stonebwoy, with these 5 artists you've mentioned?
Aside of my 2 favorites?
Aside of your 2 favorites.
I will still name them. I will still name Stone, and I will still name Kofi. Them 2 there.
You they love them die.
I really love them. But like the Black, I would like I like Black Sheriff's sound.
Black Sheriff.
I really like his sound and his image too.
Okay.
And then but Walasi. Him.
He's fire.
That one there.
He's a talent.
Yeah, he's really like traditional. And that's one of the things that drew me to him. Like I really just got into him 2 weeks ago. 1 week ago. Yeah, but his song, it just make me feel like I'm drinking palm wine at Labadi. and someone is selling me like Fanti Kenke.
Hey.
And I'm eating that. And then for dessert, I'm having chilled Ataji milk.
Hey.
That's...
So if we want to enjoy your music, can you give us the online platforms we can listen to your music?
Yes, you can get it on all the major streaming platforms. But if you want to find me on socials, which will take you to all these things, it will be I Am Chantman. IAMCHANTMAN. My website is chantman.com. Very simple to remember. CHANTMAN.com. And then that will take you to my Spotify, my Audio Mac, my Apple Music, Tidal, Boomplay, and all of them. I'm on every single one of them.
On all social media platforms, go and search for I Am Chantman.
Yes.
I Am Chantman.
Yes.
Go and search for him. Follow him on Instagram, on Facebook.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, Ronnie Craig at Twitter. The other Twitter. Oh, would you try your name with Twitter? It's Twitter. People should not stress us. So, Chantman.
Yeah, man.
It's been very interesting.
Yes, it was. I had fun. I felt like I was being received by the queens of Ghana and the king
you.
of Ghana. I felt like it was a very special moment for me. I don't take any of this lightly. It's like a very big deal for me to be on the radio in Africa, specifically in Ghana, you know, sharing my talents with the world, and it being received in such a manner makes me feel really special tonight. So,
You're home. Welcome home once
yeah,
again.
and you guys have the perfect name for the radio.
Yeah, happy.
Happy.
How can you come to Happy FM and not be happy? Nice one there. Thank you so much. Please, Mepachua Wutiebia, don't forget to follow him on all his social media platforms at I am Chantman.
IAMCHANTMAN. And if you want to check out my website, it's chantman.com. It's CHANTMAN.com.
Perfect. Oh, we really hope to see you some other time.
Oh, yeah.
It shouldn't be just today.
Oh, no.
Anytime you're in Ghana, swing by.
I'm actually already looking at my calendar and blocking out some time to return.
Good.
Like for summer.
Most
and then
definitely.
hopefully I'll be back again for December.
Yeah.
So, and then eventually I'll be spending months on end here. So that's the goal.
That's right. That's the feel. Thank you for passing through.
Yeah, man. You already know the Tingo. We have it covered like insurance policies. You follow me at Chantman.